Welcome to video number 11. It's October. We made it. To school.
Fall.
Yep, fall. And today we're going to be talking about how our emotions kind of run, how we think or act sometimes, and what the right way is to go about talking, speaking, working through things like that.
Yeah, and not letting our emotions dictate what we say and what we do.
Or think.
Yeah. But before we go into that, we just wanted to introduce something that we're going to be doing that's new. We're going to try, we're busy,
See how it goes.
but we're going to try to do 2 videos every month. One video being...
Try to keep them short for you, too.
Yeah, try to keep them under 5 minutes. One video being like what we're learning, whatever God puts on our heart, like the topic. And the other video being we're going to answer your guys' questions. So,
which means you have to send us some questions.
yes, we're relying on that, on you sending us questions, either commenting on our YouTube videos or sending us personal questions through social media or our phones, whatever. And so we're going to be trying to answer at least 1, 2, 3 questions for the second video of the month.
Just kind of depends because we do talk a lot sometimes, so
Yeah,
just gotta keep it shorter.
Yes.
Let's
So
see.
please send us questions. It could be so simple, like what's your favorite color, or what's the hardest thing you've ever done. Whatever it is, just send us it. We can mention your name if you want in the video, or we can keep it anonymous if you want to ask a personal question. Whatever that is, really open to anything. And at the end of this video, we're going to be answering one question from Daren's mom, Becky. So we'll do that at the end of this video. But let's jump into what God's been teaching us about our emotions.
Yeah, emotions and how they control how we talk. So,
Yes.
did you want to start?
Do you want me to start?
Yeah, I'll let you start.
Okay.
Yeah.
So emotions are hard. Hard to deal with sometimes.
Hard to, stop from happening. And
Well, we don't want to stop them from
Sometimes.
happening because they're there.
yeah,
But letting them get out of control.
yeah,
Like stopping them from
extremes.
getting extreme and, yes,
Yeah.
out of control.
Slowing it down. That's what I would say. Not
Slowing
stop,
it down.
slowing it down.
Yes, because emotions are good. They're God-given, but we need to slow them down sometimes.
Yeah.
So sometimes I struggle with, a lot of times, I
Personal confession.
I struggle with not letting my emotions dictate. Not letting my emotions dictate what I say or what I do, especially with Daren. So if my emotions, if I'm frustrated, sad, mad, whatever it is, sometimes I let that dictate how I act to Daren, how I treat him. And when I'm mad and frustrated and sad, I don't want to show Daren love. I don't want to love him. I love him, but I don't want to show him that love.
Yeah, it's kind of like just a reaction of just withholding love.
Yes. And, like, who wants to be all loving and everything when you're mad?
Yeah.
Not a lot of people.
It's not easy.
It's not easy, but we are called to love in every circumstance. Relationships are hard, but if we just love the other person when we felt like it, when we felt like, oh, we're feeling love,
Yeah. Then
relationships would not work, because love is a choice. Love is a verb. You've probably heard that. Love is an action, and we need to choose to love even when we don't
It's
feel
a decision.
super.
It's a decision
we
you
want
make.
to.
Yeah, decision you make before you're in the moment of.
Yes.
I really don't feel like choosing that right now.
Yes. So we need to. What I'm working on is being selfless and putting my own crappy emotion away, and choosing to love, because that's what God's called us to do, even when we don't feel like it. And when that's who we're supposed to be. We're supposed to embody Him, and He is love. And we're supposed to love.
Right.
So that's what I got.
Yeah.
How about you?
For me, probably the harder emotion to get out of for me would be irritation or frustration, and that kind of runs close with what Abby is saying about withholding love from other people, just because I don't know, I kind of deflect when I'm in that mode, or I get really defensive and just kind of shut people out. Doesn't happen a lot, but when it does happen, it's kind of hard to stop for me, so I'm getting a lot better at that. So yeah, I have to decide now, and I have to keep on praying for God to work on my heart. And when you do pray for those kinds of things, you will find that you get more instances of testing you to go through that, to choose whether or not to do that.
Quick.
fall into that
Yep.
pattern. Yeah,
Can
go
I
ahead.
jump in real quick?
Go ahead.
When you said about more instances, so when you pray, like I think it's a line from the movie Evan Almighty, and one of the ladies in it prayed for like her family to be closer. And she realized that God isn't going to just automatically make her family closer. He's going to give her opportunities for her family to grow. So, like Daren was saying, he's praying for, like,
Be careful what you
calmer,
pray for.
to be more peaceful. So, he's in a lot more situations where he has to intentionally choose to be that. So, God's giving him those opportunities for him to grow in that area.
Yeah. So whether it be somebody that kind of pushes my buttons easily, or just something like that,
Okay.
or a situation with her. Yeah, I have to choose to be loving to that person and show Christ's love through me, to show them that there's something different in me than what the world is, where it's just, I don't feel like talking with you right now, or something like that.
Shutting them out.
Yeah.
Yeah. Just being irritated.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So is that it?
Yeah.
Pretty much. And then I will read Colossians 3 verses 12 and 14. So verse 12 says, "So as those who have been chosen of God, holy and beloved, put on a heart of compassion, kindness, humility, gentleness, and patience." And then verse 14 says, "Beyond all these things, put on love, which is the perfect bond of unity," which is what relationships are surrounded with, focused on, love.
Love.
Yeah.
And you have to choose to love, because relationships aren't easy. So press on in your relationships, whatever stage you're at in. All right, so let's answer the question.
Question
From Becky, Daren's mom, was, other than a personal relationship that you have with the Lord, other than that, what is your favorite trait that you see in the other person?
of your relationship.
Yeah. So I'll start.
Okay.
My favorite thing that I see in Daren, besides his amazing love for God, is, it kind of goes along with what we were talking about today, is his selflessness. He really embodies Christ in that way. He's very selfless, and he chooses to love me even when I make it hard for him. Not 100% of the time, but he's very good at that. He's very good at putting my wants and needs before his. He's very good at, like, kind of, I know he would, like, lay his life down for me in a second, but he does that. It's not like a life or death situation, but he does that every single day by laying what he wants down so that what I want, my needs and wants are met. And you do a really good job of that. You're so selfless. And I don't see that in a lot of people today. So I really, really love that about you.
Alright. One of my favorite things about Abby, the very first time that I truly met her was a really stressful time, because I was just getting out of my timid and shy phase. So one of the first times that I truly hung out with her in high school was prom. Obviously, you know about that. But it was super easy to talk with her.
Mm-hmm.
And so she made that day so much fun, just how easy she is to talk with. She says she's not open, or at that time, not super open with people, but she was really open with me, and we talked the whole time. There was never like a dull moment. Like, we had questions for each other, and then we would just keep talking on to other things. So I just really love that about her, that I can talk with her about anything and just feel really comfortable with her. And whenever I am having a hard time with something, I know I can go to her, because she's loving and she's really caring. She gives feedback in the conversation. She's an active listener. So
I'm a communication major, so what can I say?
It only makes sense.
I'm very open now, because if you know me, I know I'm very open, and I love that. I love conversations, so if you ever need a deep conversation, just hit me up. All right, so thanks, babe. I love you. All right, so that was this month. Please send us your questions, comments, feedback, because next month we'll be doing a question video. So we're expecting those questions.
Woo!
All right, bye, guys.
Bye.